Hey fam, what is up? It's your girl, Ahliyah, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Mastering the Finesse. If you guys are new to my channel, Mastering the Finesse is my makeup series in which I teach and break down makeup concepts, skills, techniques, from the most advanced to the most simple to in between. In today's video, I will be breaking down the concept of a halo eye, how to do it, how to approach it. This is for beginners. So if you already know how to do a halo eye, keep on watching. Maybe you can teach me a few things and maybe I can teach you a few things. Leave your tips and tricks down below. This is a place of learning. We are here to help each other out, and I appreciate any tips and tricks that you guys want to share. So without further congé, if you are interested to know how to achieve a halo eye, how to approach a halo eye, how to do a halo eye, then girl, let's delve right into this video. Okay, you guys, so the first thing we're going to do is prime our lids, and I'm also going to clean my brow up at the same time. To do that, I'm going to be taking the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer. This one is in the shade Creamy Beige, and I'm also going to be doing that with a Luxie Beauty 211 brush. We want to prep our lids with a good base, and my shadows blend pretty well when I prep them with the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer, and then just set it with translucent powder. So that is what we are going to be doing. Oh, you guys, I'm breaking my own rule, but you guys, I've broken it. It's so ugly. I'll try to hide it. I'm breaking my own rule, you guys. I literally cannot stand broken nails. Okay, and I'm just going to take this Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name because it came in a brush set. So I'm just going to take that and blend out this concealer to give us an even base. If I can find the kit on the Morphe site, I will link it below. Yes, to an even canvas. And I'm just going to take some translucent setting powder. Use any one you have. And I'm just going to set our lid. And this is a Morphe M176 brush. Okay, to start off the eyes, I do like to highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to be using this Smolder Cosmetics highlighter. This is in the shade Golden Glow. And I will be using this Morphe M208 brush to apply it to my brow bone. Okay, so for the majority of this eye, I will be using the Morphe Brushes Dare to Create 39A palette. Okay, so we want to lay down a transition shade, and this enables the more bolder colors, like this magenta over here, to blend out easier. When you lay down bold color, you want it to blend easily, seamlessly. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm taking these two shades, Bare and Canvas, and this is a Morphe E27 brush, and we're going to work that into our crease. Okay, so I like to make sure I hold the brush at the very end. This enables you to blend seamlessly. You literally lay down color and blend at the same time. If you hold the brush too close, you can get a very harsh application, a harsh blend. We want a smooth, seamless, defocused, diffused blend. So I like to hold my brush at the very end, and in circular and counterclockwise and clockwise motions, I like to apply the transition colors. Your brushes do matter, but it's all about how you use your brushes, how you hold your brushes, how you blend with your brush. And you can see it's laying down already very diffused. It's not too harsh. It's blending and applying at the same time. Okay, now we're going to move on to color. So I'm going to go into this shade. This shade is called Create in the same palette. This is a Morphe R39 brush. I love this brush. And this is the color we're going to work directly into the crease. I like this brush because it kind of has a pointed end. It's a little wonky right now because I did wash this brush, so the bristles are like not the same as it was when I originally got it. But it has sort of a pointed end, so it will apply directly into my crease. And again, I'm holding the brush at the end. So we're just going to work up the pigmentation and the color payoff of the color Create. We're just going to work that into our crease. If you have smaller lids, use a smaller brush. any eye shape can actually achieve a halo eye. It's just all about adjusting to your eye shape. So if you have smaller eyes than me, I have very large lids. I have a lot of lid space, yes. If you don't, use a smaller brush. And don't worry about it being diffused right now. We're gonna go back in and do that. Right now, we're just laying down color and building up the pigmentation. I'm going back and forth between packing motions, which lays down color, back and forth counterclockwise and clockwise motions, as well as circular motions. That is my technique. Okay, so we have laid down some color. Now I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse and defocus the edge of this color. So I'm going to take a very small tapered blending brush. This is a Luxie Beauty 231, and I'm just going to go along the edges of this shadow and diffuse the edges, defocus them. So you don't want to blend shadow too high up with pigmentation. You want to blend it up when you defocus a shadow. So that's why I like to keep the color payoff controlled with a smaller brush, which was the Morphe R39 that I just used, and now I'm just blending out the edges. Your eye looks just look more aesthetically pleasing when the blend is going up instead of pigmentation going all the way up to your brow. I see a lot of people do this. I know it's probably because the brush you're using. Okay, moving on to an important technique to achieve a halo eyes. We want to sandwich the center lid. By sandwich, I mean we want to apply a darker pigmentation on the inner and outer corners of our eyes. So we're going to do so with some darker purple shadows. So I'm going to go into Passion and Forever in the same palette, and I'm also going to take this black shade just to deepen up the purples a little bit. And this is a Morphe R41 brush. You do want to use a more precise, smaller brush for this, just to keep the darker pigmentations compact. Oh girl, I need to fix this eye. Don't worry about this, I'm gonna fix this one, okay? I'm gonna fix it off camera. Just focus on this side. Anyway, so I'm only going to apply the darker shades in the inner corner of my eye, and I'm just going to dab the brush so I can get the best color payoff and the best deep dark plum purple pigmentation, because that's just my color theme for today. You can use any color combo. Feel free. You don't have to use the colors I'm using today. Feel free to use whatever colors you want to use. If you want to keep it neutral, just use darker browns. The black shade is called Muse, by the way, in the palette. And I'm also going to bring it onto the outer corner of our eye. You want to keep this controlled, so a smaller brush is best. And we're just going to slowly build up the pigmentation. This is a very intricate eye, so you just take your time. You don't got to rush this unless you're already good. If you're already advanced, this video technically isn't for you. This is for my beginners who want to learn and perfect a halo eye. And then I'm just going to take a break and blend the outer edge of this deep plum purple into the crease just a little bit. And I'm using that same Morphe R39 brush. And then we're going back and continuing to build up the color payoff. So if you didn't know what I meant earlier by sandwiching the center lid, this is what I mean. So the center lid is still bare. That's where we're going to place our concealer. And that's where the illusion of the halo eye will be. Okay, so I've built up the pigmentation. Now I'm just going to go back in with this Luxie Beauty 231 and diffuse the edges just in case, I brought that purple up too far. I just want to make sure I keep the edges diffused. And as you see, I have fallout, so I would recommend doing your eyes first. Sometimes I'm the type of person who likes to do my face first, but not with this side, girl. Okay, now we're moving on to creating the halo. So you want to take a concealer that's light, close to white, but if you don't have one, that's cool because I don't either. So I'm going to use the shade Porcelain from the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer. That's the concealer I've been using lately, if you can't tell. And I will be using this Morphe E19 brush. It's a very precise lip brush, but I really like it for cutting the crease. So if you already know how to cut your crease, then this will be easy for you. If you don't, well, girl, I'm gonna teach you right now. So I'm just gonna take a little, you wanna use a little bit of concealer because I've learned using too much concealer just messes up the look. So only take a little bit of concealer at a time. So about this much, I don't know if you guys can see. Ooh, girl, my broken nail. So I like to lay down some concealer and look up. I look up because if you can see, the concealer transferred. That's where you want it to end, okay? Because you don't want it to be transferring throughout the day. You want to already do it and work accordingly. So I'm gonna lay down some concealer, look up again, and that's where my cut crease supposedly is gonna end. So we're going to create the spotlight to the halo eye. So the spotlight is like right here. It's like shining down on the halo. Don't mind this eye, kind of messed up. But like the spotlight and then the halo. So it's like the moon shining down on the lake at night, and you know, you see that ripple. That's the spotlight. So I'm just gonna go back and forth. I'm leaning my hand on my face to use that as like an anchor so my hand doesn't shake. And I'm just gonna go back and forth and try to perfect this line. So right now we're creating the spotlight to the halo eye. Okay, so that's the spotlight. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more concealer and lay it down to the center of the lid where we sandwiched. It doesn't even have to be neat. It doesn't matter because we're gonna apply shadow over top of it anyways. But you want the spotlight to be crisp. So take your time to perfect the crispness of the spotlight. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my finger and we're just gonna dab on this concealer. If you put too much concealer, the shadows won't blend right. Okay, now let's add some sparkle to our spotlight. So I've really been loving the Smolder Cosmetics Loose Glam Dust. So I'm gonna take this one right here. This is in the shade Pink Gold. And I'm just taking the same Morphe E19. And this is what I'm placing on the spotlight. You can make this an all matte eye if you want, but I'm gonna use shimmer shadows for the center lid. Alright, we can go intensify that a little later. Now for the halo, I'm going to take the Loose Glam Dust. This is in the shade Moonstone by Smolder Cosmetics. It's basically a white that has a shift of blue. I'm just going to take that same brush and put that onto the center of the lid. And this is the spotlight shining down on the ocean at night. This is what we're creating right here. And I'm really just gonna pack this onto the center lid. Okay, now that that is packed on, we're gonna go back in with our Morphe R41 brush. This is the brush we used to pack on this deeper purple shade. And this is what kind of creates the illusion from afar, okay? So we are slowly going to blend. If you need to add more shadow to your brush, go ahead, but only add a little bit. And I'm just going to start blending into the halo. You want to use as little shadow as possible so you don't add too much to the center lid. We're just going to start blending in. So it creates a transition from this halo to a deeper shadow. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow to pack on the outer corner so I can blend it in. Okay, so as you can see, we are slowly just blending in this darker shade in, so it sort of sandwiches? You know what I'm trying to say, the halo. And it just creates this beautiful illusion that kind of looks cooler when you're far away from someone, but when you're up close on someone, of course, you can kind of see what they've done. And then now, this is where I'm just gonna go back in and start to perfect everything. So I'm just gonna go back in and perfect my spotlight. I'm going to perfect my halo. I'm gonna blend the halo into the spotlight where the two meet. And then I'm just gonna perfect the outer quarter blend into the halo. Alright, so let me just clean up my fallout, and then we will apply some mascara, some lashes, and really pull this halo eye together. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to be applying some mascara and false lashes. The mascara I will be applying is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. Apply whatever mascara you like, whatever's your favorite. And for lashes, well, this is upside down. My bad, y'all. But this is the Morphe Heartbreaker Premium Lashes. I do recommend a dramatic lash because a dramatic lash is just going to balance out the drama of this eye. I don't recommend a very natural looking lash. It just won't look balanced when you finish off your eye. So I will be applying these today. So whatever your favorite dramatic lash is, girl, apply those. And then I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so my false lashes are on. The tops of my eyes are completed. I'm going to go ahead and do my full face beat off camera, come back on camera, close out the video, because this is basically a halo eye. Okay, you guys, so I hope I did a good job teaching the basics of a halo eye. So this completes the final look. All I did off camera was, you know, do my foundation, my contour, my concealer. And for the bottom lash line, I just evened it out. So I basically used the same shadows that we used on the crease, the purples, the magenta, yeah, and I just added some black liner and some mascara. And for my inner corner highlight, it was the same shimmery shade, which was the Smolder Cosmetics Pink Gold Loose Glam Dust that we use for the spotlight. I use that in the inner corner as well. That's all I did to complete the eye. The bottom, the lower lash line is basic. I really just wanted to teach you guys the basics of a halo eye. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Everything I used off camera on my face and on my lower lash line, anything you guys want to know, it will be linked down below, as well as every single brush I used, every single shadow, every single palette. That all will be linked down below as well, so be sure to check my description box. Comment down below any other video requests that you have for this specific series, Mastering the Finesse. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support you continuously show me. And until next time, always remember to serve, honey. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you.